Uh, Hello, everyone. Good morning. Thanks for having me. My name is Sarah, and I'm a Senior Customer Success Manager at impact.com. So very excited to be here today to share with you how to use partnerships to navigate the storm that we are in and some of the keys that you can focus on while doing that. First of all, just to touch on a little bit of challenges that is more specific to our industry. So is already talk about a little bit of a budget cuts that comes from the out of the organization, and I think in affiliate or in partnerships industry, as we call it, that often comes in the form of reduced partner commission, for example, reducing the program size or reducing just the amount of partners on your program. Next, we have reduced team size, and I'm sure you guys noticed that already. Unfortunately, we have news around where giant tech companies are all trying to downsize and streamline their organizations and their team. That might be happening across the board, meaning you might have less resources when you to deal with your partnerships operation. And the last thing, which is very important thing, is changing consumer behavior. I think we're not going to dive too much into this, but speaking from my own experience, I started using comparison sites more. I started trying to find the best deal. I started using cashback sites more, which is something that I rarely did before. So you will see intentional spending increase, and people are going to be, just more cost conscious about everything. So yes, we're living in a turbulent time, but partnerships does offer a really great way for you to connect and engage with your consumer. So today, I just want to share a few keys with you and something that you can focus on because, being performance-based, being really flexible, there are a lot of ways to do partnerships. First, you want to be using this chance to strengthen your partner relationship. Remember that your partners are also running a business. So if you're feeling that pinch, they're feeling it as well. So you want to be really empathetic towards that and really ensure that they have all the resources that they need to succeed, because when they succeed, you succeed too. So yes, really ensure that they have all the resources, understand from your top performing publishers, for example, how you can help them to drive more growth. From your underperforming publishers, for example, how you can help them and support them, what do they lack. A really great example actually is from, travel brands on our platform. A few years ago, I'm sure we know COVID happened, no travel restriction and all of that. They really spend that time to strengthen that relationship and deepen the bonds with their partner. So when the time comes to, back to a little bit more normal, they started seeing a really great result. And that result is consistent as well. It's not just because of the reopening of, traveling and lift of restriction. You can see consistent growth in terms of year-on-year, growth in revenue. So that is a proof of how they're using that chance to really strengthen that partner relationship. But I also understand that strengthening partner relationship, keeping partners engaged all the time can be difficult because if you're running a big programs with hundreds and thousands of partners, you can't really just keep, checking in with them every day. So this is where you can employ the right technology to help you automate some parts of it. For example, the outreach and, how you share creative access, or even just from like a performance reporting perspective, making sure it's robust and they have all the actionable feedback they need as frequent as possible. And the next part of it is to discover your partnerships and diversify your program. So partnerships comes in a lot of different forms. I think the more familiar types here might be affiliates, which would include your deals, coupons, partners, that type of partners already that I'm sure you're familiar with. But we're seeing a lot of advertisers trying to diversify that and really being open to work with different types of partnerships that might drive success for them and, that share the same value with them. So, for example, strategic B2B partnerships is definitely something a lot of brands are exploring, working with another brand that share their same value to expand their customer base. Social influencers, I think it's been a hot topic for the past couple of years. We've seen great engagement rate, especially from micro influencers. And then charity partners and technology partners. Actually, there are a lot of technology partners here today, and I'm sure they will dive deeper into how you can use that chance to work, navigate this time. But yeah, charity partnerships as well, because it's a great way to use that chance to demonstrate your empathy and understanding towards your customers. And it goes without saying that it is extremely important to have a strong base of loyal customers. It costs 5 times as much to acquire new customers than to actually retain your existing ones. So, and on top of that, existing customers also spend more, about 31% more. So you want to really understand where your customers are right now and use that chance to meet them where they are and deepen ties with them. For example, if you're seeing the trend of your customers using deals, coupons, and reward sites, you want to be there for them. You want to be part of their information journey to conversion. Another thing you can think of doing is review your partner commission strategy a little bit, where, for example, you can put a high commission rate for any repeated purchase or existing customer re-engagement, which I'm seeing a lot in like our advertisers, just so that they have that incentive to drive more existing customer re-engagement. At this time, you also want to be really careful with how your messaging goes out. I don't know if you remember, I think the Christmas advert last year with the likes of John Lewis, Tesco, they're all centered and anchored around cost of living crisis and some other social issues. I think that create a lot of great feedback, and because they really demonstrate their empathy and understanding towards their core customers. It's completely okay to acknowledge the hardships and the hard times that they're facing, the pressure that they're having with like the day-to-day life. Use that to really connect with them. There are a few things you can think of doing. These are just a few examples. Revisiting your keywords, look at your keyword strategy, focus on value. So value could be twofold. Could be value for money, getting the best deal. Could be value that is more sentimental, for example, as we were talking about social issues, cost of living crisis, for example. Provide some helpful content for your customers and really identify some partners that can help you amplify that message. Next one is data. And I'm sure a lot of you are using this already. Partnership channel provides a lot of consumer behavior data. And I think now more than ever, it's very important to use it right. So I just want to share a few use cases and some frequently asked questions recently. A lot of brands are trying to understand how partners are truly driving incremental value, incremental sales. How are they converting? How are they doing in the conversions, for example, who's introducing, who's influencing, who's closing sales, how partners and different partner types are working together. Some of them, if they have access, they will have cross-channel information as well, how affiliate or partnership channel working with, let's say, social or direct, who's driving, new customers, who's driving high value, long extending, like that high LTVs of clients, and the performance trend by partner type, which is very common to want to see because you want to understand as time goes on and uncertainty goes on, how different partner types are responding to it and connecting with your customers. Last but certainly not least is to improve your efficiency internally. As we were saying, the ideology is definitely that you spend more and more in marketing budget, and you can use that to fight economic downturns because it's going to gain return. However, we don't really have full control of the budget. We don't make the cut. So it places extra emphasis on having to create efficiency internally. There are a lot of bits in partnership life cycle, from discovering and recruiting, where you go out and outreach to your prospects, contracting and paying your partners, tracking, engaging, just like that sort of constant engagement with them, protecting and monitoring your program from fraudulent activities, and optimization of your whole channel or of your partners. A lot of bits can actually be automated with the right technology. So yes, you want to be spending the time not doing menu tasks like validation or sending reports. You want to be spending time to dig into data, really understand your customer, and build up strategy from there, and really allow your program to grow in scale. So yes, these are the 6 keys that I want to share with you today on how to build, navigate this uncertain time and really build the foundation for a strong program, a resilient program for when recovery times come. So yes, thanks for having me. And if you have any questions around partnerships at all, please feel free to connect with me, ask me and everything. Thank you for having me.